everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, I'm here continuing the journey of Ben 10 Alien Force. This is Season 3, Episode 16. Of course, I won't know the title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode, you guys were commenting and saying how much you really enjoyed last week's episode, which, of course, was Ben pretending to be possessed, turned evil for some reason. Doesn't really matter which way you want to look at it. But basically, going against the B team, the new team that Max has been training, all four of them, and Max was trying really hard to tell them, stick together, without telling them this is a training mission, this is a test, because Ben is evil now. Ben is attacking Max. He kept trying to tell them in small little ways, stay together, work together, and they just kept spreading out and, you know, going on their own or going in pairs, and it was just not good, because Ben was kicking all of their asses, not to the point where they could no longer, you know, continue the fight or continue the training session, but Ben was mowing them down. And if Ben really turned evil, which a number of people were commenting saying this pretty much proved that Ben could really be a threat, which I've agreed. Ben would be a serious threat if he went evil or turned against everybody else. I don't know if they have a chance. I don't know. They would all have to really work together in order to stop Ben, because if Ben was literally not pretending but actually was evil and didn't matter and was basically just taking people out left and right, I don't know if you could stop him. I'm not sure. I don't know. But Ben played it off pretty well, and they did a pretty damn good job, and at the end they were willing to sacrifice themselves in order to, you know, save where it was going to be landing. I forget what city they said it was going to land, but it was going to be, potentially millions of people would have died if the in the actual training facility up in the sky or whatever, which they were saying was a plumber's you know, facility or whatever. It was actually a training, you know, building or whatever up in space. I forget what all the words they fucking use. It's in the morning. I'm tired, so apologies for that. But they were willing to do that, and Max, you know, said, "Oh, by the way, this is all training and everything, and you guys are going to Plumbers Academy. You're gonna become plumbers." And they're like, "What?" So they were all excited at the end. But overall, it was definitely an interesting episode for sure, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen next year, because we only have a few more episodes left, and then the show is done, which is kind of crazy to think. The show is almost done. Now, of course, we have Ultimate Alien and Omniverse, so we have plenty more to go, but the fact that this show is almost done is kind of crazy to think. So let's dive in, guys. Season 3, Episode 16. Let's go. They're back. He was about to shoot that truck. Seriously?
I don't think I'm gonna make it. Hang in
Ben.
there, hero. We're almost there.
Oh.
One mango blueberry with
Really?
extra echinacea stem.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear, Ben, you're gonna get us all sick.
Here you go, Tennyson. An old
What the
Levin
hell?
family cure. They call it that because...
Ugh.
Anyway, it's good for a cold. We got company.
What the hell? Spaceship? Oh my god!
That tracks.
Ben Tennyson, give me Chromastone.
Chromastone? What? Why does he want Chromastone?
What do you want with Chromastone?
Why is he angry?
Use the Omnitrix now.
Let's say Chromastone's gone. Oh! Jesus, that's deadly.
I sense Chromastone within you.
The secret
Where
of
is he?
Chromastone?
If you'd like
Okay.
me up for a second.
Oh my god.
What are you doing? I'm coming apart.
What the hell's he doing?
You're hurting him!
Is it time?
Time?
Very
What are you
near.
talking about? What are you talking about? What? Okay, what does this mean?
Is done.
I didn't know Chromastone could fly.
Okay, that's pretty much all of you.
Is it? Oh my
Pretty
god.
much.
Okay, he's
Everything
fine.
where it's supposed to be.
I think he's fine. Maybe. Oh, of
Just
course.
like before. He's about to start explaining himself, right?
You're right.
For it was I, and I alone, who sold Vilgax a secret crystal with unlimited power. The power he used to destroy my home planet, Petropia.
Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Because of my own selfishness,
That's fucked
I was
up.
cursed to wander the universe alone.
Mmm.
So it's a backup drive for the whole planet?
And everyone who lived there. He will channel the crystal's limitless power to regenerate Petropia and its people.
That's
Could
cool.
have just told us.
What's that?
Vilgax!
Okay.
Where is my crystal?
Where's the crystal? The Omnitrix crystal, whatever. He can bust through that, no problem. Not way big again. Damn it, what's going on?
Omnitrix.
He's gonna blow!
He's gonna blow. Ooh.
You are so washing that.
You were so washing my car. Take light. Oh. Hey, duke it out. Duke it out. Oh, come on. Ooh.
Cowards. There's
Cowards.
nowhere you can hide from me.
This is really interesting. So I have some questions about this specifically then. That's cool.
Float like a butterfly. Sting like a...
Again. Oh shit. Careful. I didn't realize he could fly. Maybe I just forget something.
Everybody can do it.
Oh shit. Oh. And he's falling. Yep. Fun little slide. Oh, total landing. Better be careful, Jesus. The crystal.
No escape for you.
Oh, make it where you can't see. Lay underground, maybe? Yeah.
Even with his super hearing, he can't pick us out over all the people talking in the desert. Come on, what are the odds that he...
Oh, he heard.
Give me the crystal.
Crystal. Damn. Maybe you should have still said as Echo Echo instead of turning back.
Because that Chromastone dude took it halfway across the galaxy.
Really?
You shouldn't have told him, idiot.
I wonder if I should really be flying with this cold. What if my head explodes? Don't worry, in
That'd be
space,
something.
no one can hear you sneeze.
Forming it together. That's pretty cool.
And soon, her people will live again as well.
Okay, I'm about to say. Yeah, he doesn't want this brought back.
Chromastone. I believe you have something that belongs to me.
Do not do this.
I mean, he doesn't care. Why
The
not?
crystal is mine. You should be concerned with preserving your own life.
Ooh.
He's in trouble. Hurry!
Of course he's in trouble. Go over there, kick some ass, fly the ship into him. Who cares?
Have mercy.
Mercy. Never heard of it.
Never. Oh, that was dark. Oh, damn.
I'll show you nothing. Come back and fight.
He's done. Damn.
No. The stars are still aligned.
He can still
There's
do it?
still time.
What are you supposed to do? I don't know.
Okay. So, what is the plan here? Wow. Oh my god. Okay, that just... Okay.
Not Chromastone.
Not Chromastone?
He is still in your Omnitrix.
Oh, okay.
I am Superlight.
We're never gonna hear the end of this, are we?
Not ever.
No. Oh my god, he has a cold. Interesting episode for sure, and I gotta be honest, I was not expecting the last thing to see in this episode before the credits was that Vilgax has a cold. I was expecting something else, like, oh, this is Vilgax's homeworld, and we're gonna see something, it's gonna tease something, or whatever, and no, he has a cold. Okay, so, the episode itself, interesting, right? Tetrax shows up, which we haven't seen him in quite a bit. It's been a while since we've seen Tetrax. He shows up, he's like, where's Chromastone? Give me Chromastone. And I'm thinking, okay, this is bad, right? He wants Chromastone. What does this mean? First of all, Chromastone is gone now because now it's a version of Diamond Head that's taken into place. It turns out Chromastone is still alive. He's still alive. And we actually find out, based on this episode, there's a connection to Chromastone and Diamond Head and Tetrax and the planet that, you know, the Diamond Heads are from. I know they actually have a species name and they have a homeworld name. They've said in the episode, it didn't click. Something anyways. But you know what I'm talking about. So he gets Diamond Head, or like Ben as Diamond Head, to basically crumble and fall off of Chromastone, who is still alive. And it turns out the Chromastone is needed by Tetrax. At first it sounded like they were going to fight each other, but no, he had no time. He had to get to the point, get Chromastone to basically be on his own, separated from Ben, and then his destiny awaits. Destiny, there's this crystal that I guess Tetrax stole back from Vilgax, because we find out that he actually sold it to Vilgax. And this is where I wish the episode would have did something a little bit different, and I'll explain why here, and then we'll dive into the rest of it. So it's revealed that Tetrax sold this very powerful crystal to Vilgax. Why? There's no explanation. Like, they really don't explain why he sold it. But then Vilgax turns around and uses the crystal to destroy Tetrax, the home of the Diamond Head species, their planet. Billions of lives gone. It's terrible. It's horrible. Here's my thing. Did it have to be Vilgax? Did it have to be Vilgax specifically that did this, right? Could it have been somebody else? I'm not saying somebody we've recognized from previous, episodes or whatever. Could it have been a new threat? Maybe if it was, it wouldn't have as much of an impact because it's Vilgax. But I'm thinking there's other evil entities, other evil beings out there besides Vilgax. Does it have to be Vilgax every time when something like this happens or whatever? Because it is a Vilgax thing to do, to destroy a planet once you get this like very powerful crystal and you turn around and destroy the guy who sold it to you's homeworld. That is a very Vilgax thing kind of to do, right? Because he's been an ass pretty much forever, right? But could it have been somebody else, right? Could we have introduced a new kind of threat that destroyed the planet, and Chromastone, who we learn is the keeper and the protector of that crystal, was going to recreate the planet and its basically inhabitants, all the Diamond Head species, to be brought back, which does happen. But we find all this out, and it's like, could it have been somebody else, right? I don't know. I guess Vilgax makes more sense in terms of popularity, because everyone knows Vilgax. Who watches this series, watches this franchise, they know who Vilgax is. So maybe introducing a new threat, a new character, a new villain, if you will, would have been seen as, well, we could do it some other point. Here we could just, okay, of course it's Vilgax. I don't know. Just a thought. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm just saying it would have been interesting to see a new character introduced that was like maybe a rivaling planet against Tetrax and his people and then they're the ones who destroyed the planet. Just saying, there's a potential there. They could have done something. So we go through all this. Chromastone is flying back to where these three stars are aligning to where he's going to recreate the planet, which he actually does. He ends up actually accomplishing this. Of course, Vilgax shows up on Earth. Because Tetrax is there, and then there's the whole fighting ensues. Of course, Ben has this cold, which he does transmit to Vilgax, which is funny. But Ben is suffering from this cold. So he first turns into, he thinks way big. It doesn't work out. He turns into Humongosaur, and then snot flies out of his face all over Kevin's car. Once again, Kevin's car always gets some sort of damage or something happens to it pretty much every single episode. It feels like it's constantly happening. So the fighting ensues. They realize they can't really beat Vilgax. They're able to do this trick where Kevin is circling them and whatever, putting up the smoke, and so they go underground. Of course, Ben's like, well, even with a super hearing, he can't hear us all over everybody else. Achoo! Loudest fucking sneeze ever, and of course here's Vilgax. Ben uses Echo, which I thought was interesting, because Echo is very powerful, especially how time he can multiply. He only multiplied a couple of times, though, not many. There's like when he was in the last episode fighting against, I think it was Accelerate. I know her name, not Accelerate, but I think, yeah, I forget her actual name, but when he was facing her, he literally circled around her with all the different echoes. In this, he was like, I think 5 echoes and shot. And he also sneezed kind of too in the process of yelling, screaming, and Vilgax was flying. And that was it. Then Ben turned back. Like, Ben, you could have turned into way more versions, like more multiplication, more multiple versions of Echo. That's what I'm trying to say. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. Sorry. That would have probably done more damage and probably maybe knocked him out. The goal is to try to knock him out. I don't know if you want to kill him, because the show can't really do that. But I don't know, right? But he could have done more, and then he turned back. So it's like, okay, Ben. You know he wasn't going to stay down. Also, too, I love it where throughout the entirety of the Ben 10 Classic show, Vilgax always says, the Omnitrix, where's the Omnitrix? Give me the Omnitrix. And this, where's the crystal? Like, and now it's down to the crystal now. Like, give me the crystal. Okay, where's the crystal? So that's like his new obsession in this episode. Where's the crystal? He's hearing about the Omnitrix. Where's the crystal? So I thought that was funny. So Chromastone is successful and recreate the planet. And then, of course, here comes Vilgax because Kevin makes bad decisions. We've already seen this happen plenty of times in this show. Thinking back on, I forget what the title of the episode was, but it was the war episode with the red people and the blue people. And that guy, his friend, was randomly there selling the like painting weapons and selling it to the opposing team, and Kevin decides to start joining in on this like operation, and I'm like, what the fuck is Kevin doing? Like, he's made bad decisions. So him telling, it doesn't matter because Chromastone has the crystal and he's already away. It's like, Kevin, did you have to tell Vilgax that? No, you didn't. That was the whole point. He's asking where the freaking stone is. He's asking where the crystal is. You don't tell him. Because he kept asking, like, oh, we're not going to tell you. Kevin's like, you won't be able to find it. Because, Kevin, stop talking. And I love how they have to address it. Nice going, blabbermouth, or whatever they said. Because that's what he did. He just blabbed off, hey, you won't be able to find him. He found him. He knew exactly where Chromastone was going with the crystal once he heard he's flying across the galaxy. Oh, I know where he is. I know where he's going. He's going to recreate the planet. And the fact that Vilgax was like, you're gonna waste all this crystal's power on rebirthing a dead world, like however he worded it. But that's basically what he was saying. Like, really, you're going to do this? Like, yeah, he is. Of course. You destroyed the planet. You turned around after buying the crystal and destroyed the planet that it came from. What an ass. So now we have Chromastone, I guess, because when Ben actually succeeded in bringing back all of the life on the planet, went up the mountain or whatever and held the crystal up and creation, they magically all brought back. We had the keeper of the crystal, which was not Chromastone, but he was brought back too. And he was saying, he said his actual name, and he said, Chromastone's still in your Omnitrix. But we saw Diamond Head too, so are they implying that we still have Diamond Head and Chromastone separate, or are they still connected to where it's going to be that version of Diamond Head that has that part of Chromastone on him? I don't even know. And now thinking about it, because I had questions about, like, is this actually Chromastone or something, like in terms of like when he popped out being part of Kevin. But now I think more so like the death of Chromastone from Vilgax in episode 2 of season 3, where where Ben fought Vilgax, and we see Chromastone die essentially, and then the rebirth, if you will, or a version of Diamond Head appears, and then he overtakes Vilgax. I'm thinking now, just my theory, the reason that Chromastone died, or basically went into protection and brought out a version of Diamond Head for Ben to use, was because if Chromastone actually died there is no chance to fulfill the prophecy, whatever the destiny of the crystal, so he had to protect himself. Because he's been hiding under he's been hiding under Diamond Head ever since. Chromastone has. And it wasn't because he's a coward, it's because he's waiting for his destiny to be fulfilled. He has to protect himself. Because he literally could have died there. It seemed like he died there when he fought Vilgax. So pretty crazy stuff. I'm wondering if that's true. I'm guessing that's what the case is, but I don't know. So anyways, overall, this was a pretty interesting episode for sure. And yeah, so Ben has now once again done something over the top and crazy. And as Kevin said to Gwen, we're never going to not hear the end of this. We're never going to hear the end of this. Like, I brought back a planet. I brought back its people. Well, Chromastone did, but I brought back the people of the planet. It's like, Ben's already done enough. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Curious to know your thoughts about the episode. Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.